Carolyn Kruse, Country 102.5, and does he really need an introduction? Trace Adkins is here in the studio with us. Wow, I mean, I can't imagine. You could probably have 100 hits on the radio, but you do a TV show, and now everywhere you go, even if it was a few years ago, people recognize you. Am I right?
Yeah, I noticed that after the first time I did Celebrity Apprentice, and I really noticed it in the airport. You know, people started recognizing me and calling my name, and I would look at this person and I would say, I know that's not a country music fan. You know, so yeah.
TV gets you lots of exposure, that is for sure. But that must have been fun doing that show. No?
It was pretty intense. You
Yeah.
know, I mean, if you're trying to win the thing, it was one of the most intense 5 weeks or so. You know, both times. The second time was easier because I knew what I was doing, and first time I didn't have any idea, but the second time was easier.
You raised a lot of money.
Yeah, it did.
That is the beauty of the whole thing, is that it actually is for great causes. So tell us about where your money went and how much there was, Trace.
Well, the first time was for the Food Allergy and Anaphylaxis Network because I have a daughter that has severe food allergies, and then the second time was for the American Red Cross. And yeah, well, I think we raised somewhere north of $1.5 million.
That's
for
crazy.
Red Cross, yeah.
That's awesome. Well done. And you were on Fox and Friends yesterday because you're still a spokesperson for Wounded Warriors.
Right.
Which is an amazing. I did a fundraiser for them last night. What a great group of people, and what a great cause. And Veterans Day is just a reminder, but it should be probably more on top of the subject matter more often.
Yeah, you know, I went on Fox and Friends yesterday morning to talk about a concert that we did last night at the Mohegan Sun, and it was another veterans organization, Till Duty Is Done, which is a more localized group out of Connecticut. They were sponsoring that event. But Hiring Heroes was also represented there, which is another organization that helps veterans, you know, reintegrate, and they teach them how to do resumes and interviews and all that kind of stuff. So it was a great night last night, and yeah, I mean, it was a good day to be doing all that veteran stuff, of course, on Veterans Day.
Of course.
Wounded Warrior has just been such a privilege for me to be associated with them, and it's just been one of the most rewarding experiences of my career, really.
Along with USO tours, I'm sure.
USO tours,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's been really cool too.
When was the last time you did one of those?
We did one this year.
Oh,
we
okay.
went back to Afghanistan. I think it was in the spring. We went over there. I think we were there for a week or so.
Did you try out the new music on them?
I don't think we were doing any new music at the time. No, we just did the hits and stuff.
Well, Trace Adkins also here because new music is coming out soon. We're very excited. It's been a little while, and we're ready.
Good.
Yeah. So
Me
tell
too.
us about the new music, Jesus and Jones, the single.
Yeah. It's a song that Casey Beathard, and Jim McCormick, and Tyler Farr was a co-writer on that song.
I love Tyler Farr. He's a talented guy.
Yeah. This is, I don't know how many songs now that I've recorded that were written by Casey Beathard, but he's one of my favorite writers in the world. And Casey, you know, he called me and said, I think this song would be perfect for you. And he sent it to me, and I just fell in love with it immediately. And it's just it's just such a poignant song for me. It just kind of explains a few things, I believe, you know, why I find myself sometimes in the position that I do, somewhere caught between Jesus and Jones.
And when will it be available for download?
I don't know.
No. Soon. Late January. Okay. Well,
Yeah,
that's
I
not
think
that
the
far.
single's coming out in January.
Yeah, cool. And then the album is not complete yet, but
No, it's done.
oh,
I'm
it
done.
is.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
done.
you're ready to go.
Yeah, I finished the album about a month or so ago. I sang the last song, and so yeah, I'm done with it.
That must feel good when you wrap that whole process up and just.
Yeah, you know, I mean, at some point you have to quit. You have to stop, you know, because if
Tweaking.
if you're a perfectionist, you could just keep on going forever and
Right.
try to make it perfect. But at some point you have to realize it never will be, and
Art
you
is
just got to
never
stop.
perfect,
That's
right?
right. That's right.
So there it is. We're so glad that you had a moment at least to come by and say hi and tell us about the new music. And you got to tell us about a movie that you're working on with Boston's own Mark Wahlberg.
Oh.
And do you beat him up or what's going
No,
on
I
there?
don't
No?
No.
Rough.
I just had one scene in the movie. It's a movie about that Deepwater Horizon tragedy when that rig burned in the Gulf of Mexico. It's kind of an action, big, huge budget action adventure thing. And they called me and asked me if I wanted to come do a scene in a movie. And I was actually somewhere up in the Northwest on my schedule. And I said, you know what, that's going to be really hard for me to go from there to New Orleans to do this just one scene in a movie. And they said, well, you're going to be throwing this guy around the lobby of a hotel. And I said, well, there again, I mean, really. And they said, but it's Wahlberg. And I went, okay. I'll go throw Wahlberg around the lobby of.
That's awesome. And Kate Hudson's in it.
And Kate Hudson's in it.
Yeah.
John Malkovich, Kurt Russell. It was so cool to meet him. I was like, dude, I'm a huge
all those
fan.
Movies, gosh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Wow, that's pretty cool. So that's probably 2016 as well.
September, I think.
Okay. We'll have to wait a little while for that for Trace Adkins. But you get to, rough him up a little bit, so that's kind of fun.
He's a great guy.
Yeah.
Just a lot of fun to work with. And like I said, I wish I could have had a bigger part, but I was just there for a day, but it was a blast.
Did you happen to discuss perhaps any music for the future?
No, we
with
didn't
Mark?
We didn't talk much about that.
That would be quite the collaboration, right? Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch with Trace Adkins. Well, stranger things have happened in country music.
I could hang with him.
That's so cool. Thank you very much for coming by, Trace. We're looking
pleasure.
forward to all the new stuff.
Thank you.
And exciting things. How's the family before we go?
Everybody's fine.
Everybody's doing well.
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you for the time here.
All
Country
right.
1025.